Hey, John from backofthedragon.com. We're here again shooting on the first mountain, the Big Walker Mountain, and the Marion side of the Back of the Dragon on a beautiful fall day. A touch windy, but a perfect day to enjoy high-performance cars and sport bikes. We've got something very special for you today. A very small niche market player, but someone that you will definitely know if you followed Formula One. In 1963, a man named Bruce McLaren formed his own company. In 1968, that company took their first Formula One victory. Unfortunately, 2 years later, Bruce lost his life in a testing crash. But the company continued to progress and grow, and nearly 180 Formula One victories and 8 Constructors' Championships later, they are next to the red cars on the grid. The car that we have here for you today is actually the second road-going car from McLaren. The first, launched in 1992, was the McLaren F1. Now, the car that we have today, the McLaren MP412C, is a little bit different in that forced induction versus the normally aspirated V12 that car had. It has a more conventional two-seat interior versus the center driver with the 2 passengers on to the left and to the right. And to drive this car comfortably and enjoy it, you don't need to wear earmuffs like you did with the last car. As bold and outrageous as that car was in the early 1990s, this car is maybe just a little bit more introverted, maybe a little more refined. Other than the unique one-of-one Ithaca Verde Lamborghini color that it wears, it really is an everyday, user-friendly car. So what is this car? Is it a supercar for weekends or track days, or something to only bring to a road like the Back of the Dragon and enjoy? Or is it a car that you could daily drive and drive to work, or, you know, to the corner market? The answer is yes. It is a car that can do all of those things, and of course that is by design. McLaren is first and foremost an engineering company, and everything is taken to the nth degree. So this car features a 3.8-liter twin turbocharged V8, a little over 17 pounds of boost. The car that we have here is actually a 2012, but it has received all the 2013 upgrades. And the owner has advised me that McLaren has told him that whatever updates come down the road for this car, they will be given to him, which is a really nice thing when you think about it. You don't have to go out and buy a new car. They come and they update your car. So a truly genius car. The car makes over 600 horsepower, in the mid 400s in torque. So it is very much a torquey motor. It's very different from the Ferraris, the 458 Italia or the Lamborghini Gallardo. Really, the 2 other cars that play in this very same space. In that it does have good torque, obviously, given the forced induction motor. As far as noise, given that it is a forced induction car, it doesn't have that crazy high-pitched flat crank whine of a Ferrari, but it does have a very mean guttural sound, and certainly you do hear those turbos. The other thing that's really striking, there's a couple other points that are really striking. Number one is how the car rides. This car is a fully independent suspension, no sway bars. It's a hydraulic system, and it rides brilliantly. It rides like a high-end luxury sedan, actually better than some of the sportier luxury sedans. The next thing is the seating position and the driving position. Absolutely amazing, perfect, spot on. You wouldn't want for anything more. You feel like you're sitting out on the nose of the car and you're just pointing from left to right and left to right. An unbelievable drive. So how does it do it? Super lightweight construction with the monocell safety of the carbon fiber monocell that wraps around the occupants. As I said, this car is different from the F1 of the early 1990s with its 6.1 liter BMW provided V12. This car makes its power in a different way. It's a forced induction, twin turbocharged 3.8 liter V8. That's about that big. It's amazing the packaging that they've managed to get this engine right behind the driver and passenger, tucked nicely down, low center of gravity in the car. Some of the other very cool things, obviously carbon ceramic brakes on a car like this, which 20 years ago, the carbon ceramics that they thought about putting on the F1, the technology just wasn't there. I mean, it was pretty still, fresh to Formula One racing. So the technology and having to put enough heat in the brakes to get them to work. As this has progressed, these are more brakes that you can use every day. Are they necessary? Probably not for most of the driving. On a road like on the back of the Dragon, as you get towards the middle and maybe the end of the ride, yeah, it'd may be pretty nice to have carbon ceramic brakes. So all the modern conveniences, all the modern durability standards that one would hope from any car are present here in the McLaren. It is just an everyday, user-friendly, practical supercar. So we know about the car. We know a little bit about the company. I think it's time to get the car out on the road so we can take in some of this beautiful scenery and these unbelievable roads here on the back of the Dragon. We'll see you in a minute. What a car. We've had some pretty amazing vehicles up here, some unbelievable sport bikes, and obviously sports cars. This may be the pinnacle. The precog, the precog pre-shift selector on the 7-speed dual clutch transmission, the sway barless suspension, hydraulic suspension setup, the electromechanical steering, which they've got spot on this car. There's still plenty of feel in this car. It's really, really an amazing ride. Should it be for $250,000? Absolutely. But unlike a lot of things in life that maybe aren't worth the price of admission, this definitely is. That's going to do it for us for the back of the Dragon. Obviously, we want to say a special thank you to the owner, who shall remain nameless. We very much appreciate the generosity in allowing us the opportunity to bring such a beautiful, beautiful car. Go check out McLaren at McLarenautomotive.com, and of course come back and check us out at backofthedragon.com for updates on events and some videos. Obviously also where to come and fill yourself and your vehicle up when you're here at the back of the Dragon. And we look forward to seeing you here on the mountain soon. Thanks. Take care.